All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Lam Bam Fam Bam. Speedrun to Grandmaster. Today we're playing Navin Sati 09. Whoa, this guy is fast. We're starting to get to, I'll call my upper limit. So it's going to take a lot of focus and concentration here for me to keep winning. We'll just keep using good fundamentals. Let's, kind of want to push this pawn actually. Let's do it. We've been doing a couple of chess puzzles here and there, to get a little warmed up for today. But feeling good, feeling confident. Well, okay, that's what I thought he might do. We can just block with the knight. Wow, this is actually going to get annoying because he's going to bring his knight here. I think we rook over. We should be all right. As I predicted, so he's got two pieces attacking this knight, only the pawn's defending. Now I could defend with the queen, which I actually don't hate. If I move queen here versus rook here. No, originally I was going to move rook here, but I kind of like queen. I mean, what's he going to do? He could. Yeah, so if I go queen here, he could bring his knight and attack this pawn. I do like rook, I think. I'd love to move this bishop and then castle. The only reason I haven't yet is in case he recaptures here, then I'm moving my bishop twice. But let's do it now. This guy's moving quick. I'd like to castle. I always struggle in these types of situations on how to improve. Once I've gotten all my pieces developed and castled, I'm not exactly sure how to advance besides just pushing pawns. Okay, let's castle. I think we could take this pawn. And then queen here. And now we're attacking multiple pawns. My one concern is this knight coming in and forking me. If this knight's ever gone, this square becomes vulnerable. For example, if we move the knight here, we want someone to defend this. Maybe bishop here is good. Okay, he defends with the rook. Okay, maybe queen here now. He would just rook over to defend. They're attacking this pawn, but there are some sneaky tricks. What if we push? I'm thinking, what if I take rook recaptures, knight here, but I don't have a solid follow-up. I mean, I could start swinging the queen in. Yeah, I don't hate that. Let's see if that works. I think he'll take with the rook. If he takes with the pawn, that's still fine. We can still swing the knight up. Okay. Eventually, we want the queen to get in here to start attacking. Okay, I thought about that. Oh, I almost trapped my... Oh, this might get messy. If he pawn pushes. Now can we get our queen in here? Okay, I'm liking the pressure we're building. Can we get these rooks involved? Maybe swing him around. Whoa. It's tough to get this rook involved because this square is very heavily protected. Think. I mean, maybe worst case scenario, we can take this knight. Okay, see, I was trying to target that pawn. It's fine, he's creating weaknesses. How to exploit. Maybe we get both rooks involved. I can start pushing this pawn. I do need to be mindful of my back rank here. Oh. Is this a free pawn? So if I take, he moves his rook over, I drop. This pawn is a little weak. I'm also thinking if he sacrifices. But I do think that's just a free pawn. Oh wow, I need to really start moving. So I am gonna run out of time. Let's see what this guy does. This would be a big game for us, branching into the 1600s, one step closer to that coveted 2000 rating. Which actually, now that I think about it, I'm not even sure if that's grandmaster, but master, whatever. We'll just see how high we can go. How about that? Okay, as I predicted, I think we bring the bishop all the way back, and that gives us a chance to get this knight out and get him active. He could maybe go here. But in general, the knights on the edge are not very good. Now, if he pushes his knight here, let's say this, we can obviously recapture, but if he goes here, well, I guess we don't have to worry about that. We could go rook here, knight here. I mean, this bishop's under attack. Yeah, I kind of like that. What's he gonna do? This? Nah. Okay, drop the queen. Do we want to go all the way back or one back? I think all the way back is probably safest. Only because if we start crowding the box too much here, I might get trapped, or his pawns might get a little annoying. But I think we can get this knight out now. Okay, targeting this rook. I don't hate rook here. Gives the bishop a nice stronghold. Also could take with the pawn. But we also don't need to do that either. We could just... Here's not a bad spot, huh? Yeah, I want to keep my rook on this side of the board. I gotta start moving. Hold up. We're up a pawn. We can afford to trade a little bit. So I'm looking at this as well. Targets the knight and this pawn. Not overly concerned with king safety at the moment. Okay. Declines the trade. Okay, can we get the knight out at this point? Or even, do we get the queen? Maybe we bring the queen back in to play. Or we could take. Oh, I kind of like take. I don't want him to double, but my knight's also not good, and it changes out his bishop, so maybe it's not the end of the world. Plus, I gotta move with time. We don't have too much time to think. Okay. What, good defense? Can we get this rook over and attacking? Yeah, this pawn. Or we could push this pawn. Yeah, we gotta do something. Maybe even this. Solidify the bishop. If I push this pawn, his queen's gonna come right here. His knight's kind of trapped. Huh. Can't move. Can we take advantage of that? But how else do I improve the position? How do I get to his queen? Or his king, excuse me. I think actually queen here might not be a bad move. Ooh. I was going to say because it targets the rook, but maybe we can... No, that drops the pawn. Let's reorient. Maybe we bring the queen back around. The knight's still trapped. Targets this pawn. I don't like this rook spot. Not very good. Maybe we just push. 2 minutes to 5. Getting a little antsy. It's time to make some moves. Do not want to lose on time. This does allow the rook push. Do I take the... No. Let's push the pawn. We got the bishop supporting too. We could even drop the bishop right here. Yeah, that's kind of good, isn't it? This knight's vulnerable. Ooh, this is not bad. Rook here. Attacks this knight. I guess he can go here. Oh, I don't have time for this. Oh, very good, very good. Can I get my queen in the back row? start causing mayhem, or yeah, let's do that. That's a free knight. Ah, oh, shoot, I thought I won that. Okay, maybe it's time for a queen trade. Minute left. I like where I'm at. Very tough for him to deal with that. I can get my king involved. I think I can just push and win. Probably not going to be talking too much. I'm in a little bit of a time crunch. Oh. Does he resign? No. Just starts giving away everything. Okay. Can't take that. Okay, this should be pretty easy. Screw it. Oh, 26 seconds left. GG's. Game against Navatine or whatever. We're going straight into another one. This may be another doubleheader against Politzbond 24. Let's try Sicilian. I always like blunting this bishop with this pawn, and then I guess this turns into like a, I don't know if French defense is right, but I get my pawn structure in the middle, start developing these other pieces. I honestly can't say I'm super strong on black. But 1630 against 1627. We're working our way up the ladder. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. Okay, I figured he might try to attack this. We can either defend with the queen here or push the bishop up. I kind of like defending with the queen. The only thing is, at some point he may use his bishop. Yeah, let's just defend with the bishop. What's he going to do? I think he's going to move his rook over. Okay. We'll allow that. If he captures, we can always recapture with... Actually, maybe I want to isolate his center pawn as well as mine. Yeah, let's do that first. Might be a target for us later. He has to take with the pawn. If he takes with the queen, we trade, but I come out on top. Nothing to worry about, no tricks. If he takes with the rook, I take with the queen. Can't capture because my pawn defends. Attack his rook. Gets my bishop out of safety. Now we could double up, but I might just lose a pawn. Let's, I don't like this pin. I don't want to block this bishop, so we'll go here. If he pushes his bishop here, we need to make sure we find a way to defend this pawn. This knight's still pinned, but if he takes with his knight here, my bishop is under attack, or my queen's under attack, so we have to be mindful of that. See, now I think we actually can take. Actually, no, this pawn's hanging. Defend it first, and then I think we can jump the knight in here. Takes, we take, and then we can always recapture that knight. Like this. That was slightly out of order, but you get the point. Okay, we can't do that because the bishop's here now. I don't think this bishop's really doing anything. I kind of want to drop it back. We'll threaten this pawn. This guy's moving quite a bit slower than the previous guy. He could... No, he can't because I can just take. I was going to say he could move his knight here and fork us, but I can just capture with check, then move the queen out of the way. Okay, I like that because it softens up his king side a little bit. In fact, I'm going to move my queen here in an effort to bring it closer to his king. And maybe he'll make some mistakes. Generally, when you put people under pressure, they make errors. Okay, I can't really defend this very well, can I? I think this is best because this pawn is under attack. If knight takes, we can actually capture with this knight because it protects this bishop along with this knight. I think next I'd like to get queen here. He may be pushing bishop here. Well, then I just need to pull my queen out. Okay, this is under attack. We do need to be mindful of this check, or him trying to checkmate me. Okay, I think normally I would push this pawn up, but I think this is better because it stops his good bishop and helps mine maneuver around the dark squares. This pawn's still hanging. This pawn's hanging. Because of that. Okay, oh, this bishop's hanging. We can trade pawns. I'll still come out ahead. He can start to get scary as this knight gets closer to my king. Need to be careful of that, but I can always bring the bishop back all the way as a defender. If there's one thing to learn, whenever the opponent moves a piece, you always want to be mindful of what that piece stopped protecting and what it's now attacking. So for example, this rook was defending this pawn. no longer, but now it's defending or attacking this one. Okay, so this is a vulnerable square, and this is a pin. I think we can probably get our queen involved. Though, if bishop here, my queen doesn't have too many squares to go to. That being said, my queen doesn't have that many squares to go to right now, so at least we'll get his bishop out of the way. Maybe we can offer a queen trade, or at least drop him back. I like my spot. I'm up a pawn. King is safe. Potentially have some avenues to attack. Can we get the knight? This is a fork square. Okay, as I thought. So queen can't really go anywhere on this diagonal. Maybe here, but I think his rook just defends. So let's drop the queen back for now. It is eyeing this rook if he ever moves this. His pieces are looking very tasty for my knight, in the sense that there's a couple different spots where some nasty forks could happen if he's not careful. Okay, it goes back to attacking this pawn. So I think we could attack his queen. If he gets distracted, we might have a free knight on our hands. And if not, it may give us some chance to go for his king. Okay, queen all the way back. So maybe we just push the pawn. What else? Here, no. Here, not really. Let's just take it slow. This could get, it's probably alright. Could be annoying. This knight's defective. This knight's kind of a monster. And as we start getting lower on time, I mean, he's attacking this pawn, we want to be mindful of, we're up a pawn. We don't need to do anything crazy. I mean, do we just defend? I don't want to give away. Okay, here's what we could do. We're attacking this knight now, and this. So if he moves the knight, it's a free rook. If he takes his pawn, we get a free knight. I don't know how he defends this. Pawn push. I mean, we just take the knight. Check, and we take the knight. He could go bishop here. Well, that is actually a pretty good play. But what we could do, takes the knight, recaptures with the bishop, we take his rook. This might be game. I was debating taking with the queen, but I think it's just a free knight. I think if I take with the queen, we have to trade them off, which I don't really want to do. At least not yet. So he can pick up an extra pawn. Excuse me, pawn for his worries. And I will need to be mindful of that pawn marching down the field. But I do think we can offer up A rook trade. Watch that bishop. Threatens this pawn. Now he could try to attack this pawn, but I still think we just chop that off. Yep. Okay, we're in a good spot here. Now how do we convert? Attack this rook. Probably need to get this guy involved, if not the bishop. Do want to be mindful of king security. Maybe I push up a pawn. Okay, he's... Wow. I don't think we have anything to worry about there. He's attacking this, so I can't move this rook. So I get checkmated. Oh, this could be nasty. But knight here resolves that. Or we just take the bishop, never mind. I would love to get the knight here. Leads to eventual mate. How does it get there? Here, here. I don't think that rook move did anything, to be honest. Okay. Pushing my queen around. Now we could pin it. If we pin it, though, I don't think that's a problem because I think we just check. If he tries to attack my queen, I mean, he can't really do anything. He's under time pressure now, and we're getting awfully close to checkmating him. What's the best path? This is still under attack. Be mindful of that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's ouchie. Knight here. There's no checks. Yeah, we gotta be careful we don't throw this game away. Let's just honestly play safe. Be mindful of time. Soften up his king a bit. If this queen ever moves. Oh, shoot. Look at this. Oh, God. Oh, he didn't see it. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. Got incredibly lucky. Now I think this game's pretty simple. Do we not just checkmate him here? Yeah, we just... Nice. Oh, look at that. We'll do a quick game review. 10 seconds left. That's fine. We'll do our own analysis. Pretty standard. This is all, I think, pretty standard stuff. Nothing crazy. Okay, it doesn't love how I'm positioning some of my pieces. It doesn't like taking that knight. I think he had a strong bishop there. The dark squares. Dropping pawns. Nothing crazy. Doesn't like that. I guess it wants me to keep my queen more centrally focused. Oh, see, I think when he did this, he's... Yep. Yep, that was the best move. And from there, it's pretty straightforward. As long as you don't blunder your queen. Like I did. Almost did. Doesn't like the way I'm trying to finish this game off. Oof. Oof. Yep, pretty self. Alright. Hope you enjoyed.